Cowboys. There's no. I feel like Stephen A. Smith did when he was like, I just don't feel right like continuing to pick on them. So,
but how about them Cowboys?
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll say it.
Jesus Christ. Hey, making something out of nothing, man. Like that's really what it comes down to. So
yeah, well, we can wait till we bring him up though.
Right. Man, what you had going on this weekend, man?
Nothing at all, man. Chilling at the crib. We ain't do no bankroll. Shout out to them boys though.
Shout out to
Lynn Show and Bill Collector. We ain't do that, but I was at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Playing Chef Boyardee, making ice cream cakes and doing science experiments. I got little mama a science experiment for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
And so it's little projects and stuff with citric acid and flour and stuff like that. She made two little a volcano erupt yesterday, and then like another underwater volcano started shooting up and overflowing up out of the test tube. So you know what I'm saying? She was in there loving that.
Yeah, she was busy.
So yeah, but it was a good day, man. Chilled at the crib. Ain't do nothing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the squad, man. My daughter's basketball team won a championship this weekend.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
First season as a coach.
Yeah.
Got a chance to see them get to it, man. It was a grimy little game too. Like
okay.
It was like, I think we won 7-5. Like, so that tells you how grimy. It was 7-5, bro. Like they were out there they was having the toughest game. It was against a team we had played against a couple of times.
What they playing on 10-foot hoops?
No, this one is on. It's 8 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, damn.
No, well they have though. The tournament they played in prior to this season starting, they played over at Drive Nation and they was on 10-foot rims. Nice. So yeah, they'll have it. You know what I'm saying? But these little kids, man, they be ready for whatever. So you know, shout out to them. Shout out to the team who was playing. You know, they was they was pretty steady. I had one daughter playing in the soccer game, one playing in the basketball game at the same time. So you know, one of them things. Shout out to Scarlett. Got a she called it a left-footed goal.
Hey,
so she scored a left-footed goal yesterday. I was like I don't know how you do anything with your left foot or left hand. I can't do anything.
Nothing.
So other than that, man, just a typical standard weekend, man. Nothing out of the way, nothing crazy, man. Watched a little bit of college football. Shout out to USC beating Arizona State. And for some reason, everybody just thought. I mean, and I say that, but everybody was speaking as if Arizona State was just gonna run away with it. But at the same time, USC did have to come back to win that game.
I was gonna say,
so
they was down.
I guess it was justified in a sense. You know what I mean? It was justified in a sense.
I seen the highlights of it, so I could tell it was a good game. I wish I'd have watched the whole thing. I was ripping and running. So
all I could ever catch from college, man, is highlights. You know what I'm saying? I don't never catch.
It'd be so much going on.
Right, it's tough to kind of get into it.
And then now this year, now everybody's missing games. The games are getting canceled, so I don't know what's gonna happen. How y'all finna rate this championship?
Right.
But these teams keep getting ranked. I don't understand. Beyond me.
Listen, because at this point, it ain't really much else to go off of. Like, they initially had, certain amount of teams playing. How do you even determine who makes it to a Final Four or whatever the case may be if you don't really have anybody consistently playing games? Like, you got people sitting a whole squad out. Like, the entire offensive lines at certain points in time. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of football games.
Right. Let me see here, man.
Did you already share that video?
No, I don't see the live up. Let me hit Mark. Give me a second here. I was just looking at that. I'm trying to think, man. What else was it that went on this weekend?
Damn, I had something. I don't remember if I sent it to you or not.
I know the Gervonta Davis fight happened a few days ago.
Yeah, that was a couple weekends ago. We uppercutted old boy. Yeah, put him right to sleep.
Yeah, man. So I think we hadn't been on since that happened. So shout out to him still out here getting with it.
I think we had, that was dope though. Right. That was a nice little fight.
This ain't no podcast. This is a sports show.
A sports show.
We are All Over Sports.
All Over Sports.
With your host, Caution and B. Clark. Get ready for an hour of hot takes, stat facts, and biased perspectives.
Yo. It's your boy Caution, Mr. 700. I'm in here with my guy B. Clark.
Hey, yo.
This is the AllOva SportsShow.
Yes, sir, it is.
One time for your mind. Hope everybody's doing great out there today.
Yes, sir.
Living your lives luxuriously. You know, taking care of your kids and your families and, you know, making Sunday dinner.
Good old Sunday dinner.
I'm going to speak about that always. Every time we come in here, that's going to be my talking point because, you know, it's a very underappreciated thing, man, to get you a good, wholesome Sunday dinner. And,
yes,
you
sir.
know what I mean?
That's very
so
important.
if you're able to get one in, don't take that lightly. Don't
yes,
take
sir.
it for granted. You know, get that in there, man. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope everybody's watching some sports. Shout out to everybody that's coming on in here. I'll give y'all some time to get in here. You know what I'm saying? We can get warmed up. Oh, man.
So what's good, man?
Man, same old same, man. I really, I'm excited about tonight because not only are we knee deep in football right now, but my daughter's basketball team won the championship yesterday. Basketball team.
Shout out to that team. Yes, sir.
I better recognize and respect what we got going on up there. You know what I'm saying?
How'd that game turn out? Was it a blowout?
I don't know, man. It was 7-5.
Y'all playing
7-5.
What sport were y'all playing? That sounds like a football score.
Like, right, for real.
A field goal.
Crazy part is the whole first half we didn't have a point.
What?
The score was 2-0 the whole first half. So that just lets you know how we was getting it in. But we got a feisty group of little girls, man, and little queens out there getting into it. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. How about yourself? What you get into?
Man, I ain't do nothing. Chilling at the crib. With little mama. Made ice cream cake.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? She ate that up, had her running around the house real nutso. So
I can imagine.
and then I had bought her this the science kit, experiment kit. You know what I'm saying? So we was looking in the little book, going through experiments, making volcanoes erupt and another little underwater volcano. Like she was enjoying that. So she was just living a dream, watching movies.
It's always dope to see little kids in their elements, you know, especially when it comes to creating and getting stuff together themselves and seeing how they feel once they actually accomplish it. Because I remember how big that was to me as a kid to like get some cool shit from like a family member and really get a chance to open it and go in on it. So
as soon as she seen that the volcano erupted, when she did it herself, her face lit up like shit, like she was excited.
Shout out to A Boogie, man. Yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Man, other than that, how about these Cowboys, man? I thought they was gonna pull out a W. Last time I saw the score, it was like 19-13 or whatever it was.
Keep thinking.
I thought they was gonna pull it out. You know what I'm saying?
So did half of the DFW Metroplex.
They'd be so pressed too.
I seen online they was on there placing bets. You know what I'm saying? For shout lot.
Placing bets during the game on top of that. Like, you're a bold one if you placing bets during the game. But, you know, if you got that much faith in your team, don't let me knock it. You
still had 2 quarters of play.
Do your thing.
Against an undefeated team.
Right. Which is crazy. Like, that was the main reason why I was surprised I saw people getting too excited. Because we talking about a Pittsburgh team that ain't lost and plays a solid
exactly
defense. Quarterback, Hall of Fame worthy. It just wasn't gonna be no pushover game. Like I didn't understand the logic in that. But you know, I don't know nothing. I just have a sports show. That's all.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, let me see here. What's the first thing we got up, man? Let me take a look here. We get into some real live knowledge here, man. Who's on the ticker right now? Isn't it Tampa Bay and the Saints?
Oh, yeah. Tampa Bay and the Saints, I think they are in. Let me refresh my page real quick.
It's the first quarter.
This could be wrong, because I just seen it was 13-0. Because my phone is tripping.
It's 14-0 now.
14-0 now, okay. End of the first, damn.
So the Saints look like they jumping out to an early lead. I mean, I'm not surprised at that. The Saints put up a lot of points, and they got Michael Thomas back, so that's to be expected. We'll keep an eye on that game.
Yes, sir. Maybe my damn phone to update. Sorry about that, people.
Listen, man, it's you got that 5G.
I got this iPhone.
If it's that 5G, bro, you gonna get corona with that 5G.
This should say LTE.
Whatever that means.
This is gonna say 5G if I got it.
I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying? I ain't quite figured that out. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Let's pull up some interesting facts today. Some birthdays. What's today? For November 8th, man, we got Gordon Ramsay. His birthday is today.
World-renowned chef. Shit-talking chef.
SZA's birthday today. Shout out to SZA.
Yes, sir.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Juan Carlos.
David Muir. There we go.
Probably
journalist.
butchered his name.
And then Erica Mena, reality show star. Erica Mena is her birthday today. Shout out to all of them, man.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday.
Hope y'all getting it in.
That was getting it in.
Getting it in during COVID, yeah.
Don't matter. Stay at the house in a mansion or a penthouse.
Right, for real. How do you stay?
Sign me up.
And we also got a new president. I mean, he's not necessarily, in the office yet, but,
The president-elect, to be correct.
we know what's happening. You know what I mean? So,
what Trumpito call him? Sleepy Joe?
Sleepy Joe.
Shout out to Sleepy Joe.
Listen, man, he made it.
Yeah.
So at least we got that person out of there. I ain't even going to call him no epithet. We're going to leave that out of there.
Yeah.
But, it was time for a change, and he didn't even get to see a second term. Think about how often it is that a president doesn't get elected for a second term.
Like I said, they knew. I've been alive 35 years. Ever since I could, tell what's what, started paying attention to stuff. Donald Trump has always been a wild boy, and I seen this at a young age.
Right.
And then for him to make it to doing this wild ass shit, to make it to think about going into being the president and then winning it. I'm just like, wow, y'all voted for this man, knowing the type of history he had.
Yes.
But
he's always been in the spotlight. It's never like he's who he was.
He was on WWE, bro, doing a hair for hair match against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon had to shave his head. Like, come on, like.
Yeah. So he did his thing, man. He came, he saw, he conquered. He could live to tell everybody that he was once the president.
Man, he did his fucking thing. Yeah. Can't be mad at him for that. Doing some wild shit like he was doing the whole time. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. Too late.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Story.
That's a different story. If you want to talk about what he did while he was the president, then,
but just getting from where he was at to where he is now.
Yeah,
wow, boy,
it's crazy that
y'all know what Trumpito doing.
Right. I'm not surprised at all, my brother. Like, I'm just surprised that it lasted as long as it did. I thought they was gonna impeach him when they started talking about all that stuff they was doing, and everybody was getting locked up. It was like a movie. It's been like a movie when you think about it.
It's gonna be a movie. We'll give it about 5 years. It's gonna be a movie.
Who you think they're gonna have to play Donald Trump?
Old boy from Saturday Night Live.
The one that does it.
Does it excellent.
Yeah, it probably will
Alec
be.
Baldwin, I think it is.
It probably will be.
He kills it. So
it'll be an interesting movie. I watched the Donald Trump story. You know what I mean?
I will too.
Oh man. So let's see here. So a little
the Donald Trump story. That shit is fucking stupid.
A little NBA news, man. NBA is coming back. If you're ready for the NBA, they're making a quick turnaround. They are not gonna spend a lot of time out of there, which you had to expect that though. Like, nobody just going. They had to bring that back, and I knew they was gonna play the Christmas game. I knew it.
Oh yeah.
They wasn't gonna skip over the Christmas game. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at this point in time when everybody's going to be home.
Yeah, bro. They wasn't going to skip that.
Everybody's at the house.
So the NBA PA reps approve a December 22nd start for a 72-game regular season. The Board of Representatives voted Thursday night to approve a plan for a December 22nd start. That includes, so it's 72 games. Essentially, they cut off 10 games.
Right, yeah.
They'll probably space them out a little bit more.
Probably no back-to-backs, I'm sure.
Right. So they got the pre-Christmas start. They talked about it on the conference call. So everything is finna kick into high gear. Free agency, the
I was just gonna ask
the
that.
trade period, all that's about to kick in real soon. So, we usually have to wait for it, but it's all finna be all jumbled up together. So, they're
finna start by December 22nd. So I mean, they still need. They're still in shape.
Right.
They're still in shape, but how many people just went left though after this championship?
Right.
Or did they know this going into this league that we're gonna have a quick turnaround for the next season? Oh yeah,
because they was talking about it beforehand. They was talking about how quick they was gonna have to turn back around.
Okay, all right.
They just hadn't had a set date established. But they remember because we kept talking about that when we was talking about it before it started.
I remember a vague conversation about that too. Yeah.
So they are trying to start at that point in time. The season will finish before the Summer Olympics in July.
These niggas gonna be playing some ball.
The Summer Olympics is worth between $500 million and $1 billion in short-term and long-term revenue. So they're not gonna miss that. That's essentially what they're saying. We're going to start the season and we're going to finish it in time for us to make this bread because we already lost money last year with the bubble. China is out of the market for the NBA, so they not really, you don't have that market no more.
Right.
So they got to take these dollars how they can get them, man, and they're not gonna miss out on that. So shout out to them for coming back.
Did I hear a conversation on LeBron was gonna play in the Olympics this year? Or not this year, next year, whenever it is.
At a certain point in time, you got to sit down.
I thought I was hearing that conversation. I don't know how legit it was. Man, he wanted
Bearded King.
He
Sit
wanted
down. Sit down, bro.
He wanted pause.
Yeah, man, this is interesting though. I'm really, really ready for basketball to come back again because it gives they can't hold it out too long because of the teams that didn't make the bubble. So the longer they hold it out, those teams don't get a chance to play. So that's really what the main issue is. You got to allow them to get back in there. They're gonna be sitting out the equivalence of a year. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true. That's gonna be interesting. I'm ready to see how this
get
free
Luka
agent
back out here. Get all these young boys. They ready. Come on.
No, they ready.
They ready. All they want to do is hoop.
That's also they ain't at the house eating good.
I mean, I'm sure you better have a nutritionist or something like that at this point in your career.
Like I say, as long as they knew going into this, say, yo, as soon as this bubble finish up, you gonna jump back into another season ASAP. Right. So y'all stay on y'all shit. Then okay, I understand.
You better, or you a fool.
Let's hope so.
You are a fool, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, let's catch up on some of these scores, get into a little NFL talk, man. Shout out to everybody watching. If you get a chance, go ahead and share that one time for us. Tell your people about it. Tell your mothers.
Hit that arrow in the bottom
fathers,
corner.
Your cousins, your uncles.
Share it. Make sure it's on public so other people can share it.
Yeah. That'd be the thing, though. People, they don't really know how the internet works, so they'll be sharing some shit that only
you hear it, want to do it.
Right. We appreciate anybody, but, just make sure we good. So.
Yes, sir.
First game on the docket, man. Let's go ahead and talk about them good old New York Giants, some New York football Giants, man, with the W today.
Hey.
Throw the flex bomb in there for the sake of it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of my boys. Finally got another win. I mean, there was no way that the Giants they needed to come out and lose to the Redskins, which they almost did. But the Redskins, they're just as bad as the Cowboys are right now with their quarterback switches. But
it's always different type of football game when y'all division play each other.
Yeah,
always is.
We had Alex Smith for the Redskins with a pretty decent game, 24-32, 325 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions though. It's tough. Sacked twice.
He's his first couple games back though.
Yeah.
You probably think he probably real ginger on that leg.
Oh, he is. He better be.
Yeah, so you got to give him a little bit.
For real. Daniel Jones, 212 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions at least. He's been an interception machine.
Yep, a turnover machine.
Right. Wayne Gallman, 14 carries, 68 yards and a touchdown. Alfred Morris, 9 carries, 67 yards. So pretty mediocre
what's the name,
football game.
Broke his ankle or broke his leg or something. Kyle Allen, the starting quarterback.
Oh yeah, for Washington. That's why Alex Smith.
That's why Alex Smith came in. So now they got to bring back up Haskins.
Oh.
Yeah, so now, you still got him.
Greasy.
I
didn't even think about that.
His play's been poor, but it's like you don't have nobody else. You still got your top draft pick from a year ago.
I still don't understand why that man's not playing in the first place. But like I say, if you're gonna give a rookie time, but still not enough time to actually get some reps and become good. And then the very next season, you start him off, but don't get him. You got to give him time to get through the rough patches.
Exactly.
How is he going to get any better? I don't.
You got to think this is a whole new offensive scheme, whole new coaching staff from last year.
Coaching staff, front office staff, all of that.
Everybody's different.
Name change, brand change,
everybody's
public
different.
Scrutiny, and then you got this quarterback at the helm of it, and you sit him. Get out of here, man.
It's not his fault. Everybody's out there playing bad.
I'm gonna keep saying it. If these men could be GMs and president of operations, and I can too. Let's stop playing. At a certain point, we're gonna stop acting like this job is so hard. Unless you one of those statisticians or one of those number people that put numbers together well, and that's cool.
Exactly.
Finance guy, cool. You great at handling keeping everybody under the salary cap, but just decision making, come on. I'd be like Daryl Morey out here. Everybody getting traded.
Everybody getting traded.
Boy, say I'm going to Philadelphia. Can James Harden come? Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna hit him up. Tell him to come out here with me. That's me. I'd work that way.
Straight.
Oh, so the game that we were just talking about, which is the Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers take the game 24-19 over the Cowboys. How y'all feel as a Cowboy fans out here?
How about them Cowboys?
Just be honest with us. Like, how you feel about the Cowboys right now? Like,
Going-
are you optimistic?
Nah, I can't be. Not until they get Dak back.
No.
Not until they get Dak back. I mean, you had it was just a glimpse of a good game. You knew this wasn't going to carry on. Not with Garrett Gilbert, if I'm not mistaken. That's the boy name.
That man he got an old man name. He better be at least 45.
But he came in the game. I mean, they was up for majority of the game up until I think end of the fourth quarter.
Right.
But Pittsburgh came in, scored 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What you thought they was 8-0.
That's
But
true.
I did say in the back of my mind, if you think about professional football, professional sports, when a team is undefeated in a certain part of the game or a certain part of the season, it's always that weaker team with the weaker schedule that comes in, plays a good football, and that's that 1L, surprisingly. So I was like, okay, the Cowboys can do it. Then I seen the score was like, 15 or whatever, or whatever it was. I was like, oh, shit, this will be the game. But then it gave Big Ben too much time. This man, like you said,
it's the constant giving it's different if you got an offense that's scoring and keeping the pace up to a point where you control the tempo, time of possession, all those type of things, right? But then you got a guy like this Gilbert guy who apparently started off the game well because that's all I kept hearing people talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
But through a football game, the game becomes progressively harder for a quarterback who doesn't have reps.
Yeah.
Because pretty soon they figure you out every single time. The great ones are the ones that can adjust. They can pivot. They can do the other things. They have counters. But come on, bro. It was they limited at quarterback. It's not much they could do. I mean, it doesn't look like they're getting much from Zeke.
Nope. They don't have an offensive line, so I mean, the line affects Zeke.
Listen, bro, I told you last week, bro. Give Zeke the offensive line that they gave Saquon and see which one of them prevails. And it's looking like Saquon has been doing a lot with less. Yeah. So, it's a luxury to have that offensive line that moves mountains. And all you do is
keep this in your head too. Saquon ain't been paid yet. Nope. Zeke been paid.
Yep.
So he can
Zeke set the market.
Exactly.
He set the market.
Zeke can chill and have these type of games. Well, Saquon need to go out here and bust his ass.
Zeke better stop chilling. Them running back deals is them NFL deals in general. None of that shit is
even
guaranteed.
If he don't get another deal, he good off of this one.
Sit your ass down.
Because running backs don't get that money. There's only 2-3 other running backs that get the money he's getting, or have more than that. So actually none. Now think about it. Saquon is supposed to take his spot once he gets paid.
He'll be supplanting whoever because Zeke hit the top spot.
You just said that,
yeah. So that's what he looking at. So that would be part of my argument. Like, hey, I've been running with a line that's equivalent to the one he has right now, and I've been getting it done. But I don't think he's gonna have a problem getting paid by the Giants. The Giants don't really have an issue with paying players.
And plus, he got a whole new coaching staff now that Judge is in there. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna get that offensive line straight because they know what they got.
Right.
It's just y'all don't have enough. He didn't have a lot coming in to the job to get some shit done with the offensive line. And I think y'all made a couple moves in the free agents game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but none that's gonna shake the table.
And then this whole 2020 season is kind of, you know what I'm saying, suspect anyway.
It's a complete rebuild for the Giants right now. Yeah. So. But we did have Ben Roethlisberger with 306 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, didn't get sacked, stayed pretty clean for the most part. An impressive game. Rudolph got in at the at a certain point in time. It looks like it did nothing. James Conner with a mediocre game. No running game there for them either, but apparently they didn't need it. So,
not at all. 46 total yards on the thing. Damn.
NFC least, baby. Anybody, we still playoff eligible right now as the Giants. So. Never dead.
Wow.
Never dead.
Is that whole division tied? Am I not mistaken?
It feel like it.
So no, the Eagles up one. I think they got 3 wins.
Yeah, they got 3 wins.
Yeah. Shout out to the Eagles.
Yeah, and a tie, so it still keeps them locked in. You know what I'm saying?
They good for the rest of the season.
We also have the Los Angeles Chargers against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey.
I was hoping that I got that right because I'm not used to saying either one of those. So it caught me out. I was hoping I didn't mess that up. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the Chargers' new uniforms?
Yeah.
The dark blue with they had some nice jerseys.
Yeah, I like those. I like those
a lot.
It was time to change. They had to change from that powder blue and yellow and all that. So for so many years, and even that dark blue with the yellow, was kind. It's a cool concept, but you got to flip it, man. Like you got to flip these jerseys and make them innovative. So, the Raiders with another win, man. 5-3 Las Vegas Raiders. 31-26 over the Chargers. Derek Carr, 2 touchdowns, 165 yards. Got sacked once. Herbert, another solid game, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns.
The rookie. I'm mad he had to get this season in a sabotage, but you know what I'm saying? He's still playing some good football.
And they competitive. That's the thing. It's not like he just out there throwing, empty stats. So.
Or getting blown the fuck out. Like their games are always up in the numbers, so I can respect that.
We had Booker and Josh Jacobs with pretty decent running games, 68 and 65 yards respectively, both with a touchdown. On the other side, Balaj, 15 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. That was essentially the offense was all, the air raid, as they say, with Herbert out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough rookie of the year. Offensive rookie of the year for him and Joe Burrow. I'm interested to see how that race turns out. That's going to be something worth watching. So
Joe Burrow's the bigger name. We already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but it got to be based on who's getting it done.
Yeah, talking to me and you, makes sense. But in them, Joe Burrow's the bigger name. He's been essentially doing the same thing with the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing for a bunch of yards. He's getting touchdowns. Yeah. Same thing Herbert's doing. Yeah. He's the bigger name. He's the reigning champion, college champion.
I guess I don't get excited. Well, I do get excited about Joe Burrow, but I don't get excited because I guess it's expected for him to be that way.
Exactly. Coming in the game, he's supposed to be doing what he's doing. Not necessarily the wins, but he's playing great football. So you can't put that past him.
Yeah, I agree. If he's coming in as the number 1 pick and he has the ability to do it, then he should be getting the credit that he deserves for
Going into the Bengals, they didn't have a damn thing out there for him. So for him to be playing the ball that he's doing, kudos to Joe.
All right, so next game I wanted to get into was the good old Miami Dolphins versus the Arizona Cardinals. Dope game.
Yes, sir.
Dope game. Not mad at this one at all.
Tua versus Kyler Murray.
2 teams that came into this game winning 3 games in a row, both respectively. So let's not talk like they
both
wasn't
teams are over
500,
which is surprising.
Stop playing with them. Talk to him nice.
Kyler Murray got that offense running.
How do you feel about him? I wanted to revisit this conversation with you because we talked about him before, and I feel like you wasn't convinced. Or something like that.
He's doing his thing. Like, I give him that. But you got a winning record. You playing good ball. Now you got DeAndre Hopkins. I can respect that. Get him some more weapons. You know what I'm saying? You got old man Larry out there. He's still doing his thing, but you know what I'm saying? Give him some more shit out there.
Right. What's going on in the Saints game right now? Before we even get into this, and somebody just asked me, was we watching the Saints game? Oh, it's 21-0. Oh, no. It might be best that I'm not. Might be best that I'm not. Oh, no.
Yikes. It's looking bad for Tommy out there.
It's tough. He got Antonio Brown out there. I picked up Antonio Brown quick on my fantasy team. But,
wow.
Yeah.
He was one of those?
Yeah, but I ain't playing him, though. He's just sitting.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till we warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't thirsty. I got a ton of wide receivers. Like I'm one of those people that backstock wide receivers. So that way when it's trade time, I can get crazy.
Get rid of them.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I've been doing because right now I got a bunch on my bench. But I picked them up just for the sake of, but it ain't helping them.
Right now, he had 1 target. No catches, though.
I'm sure. Okay, it's going to take a while for him to integrate himself. But once he gets to where they comfortable,
Yeah.
So in this Dolphins and Cardinals game, the Dolphins take the W 34-31. Tua Tagovailoa, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. Another one that was, top 3, top quarterback prospect when he was coming out, but injuries just kind of derailed where he should have been.
He's supposed to go number 1.
But he would have been the best one out there. And now that he's healthy, come on.
He's playing good football. And last year, the defense won him that game last week, my bad.
Right.
Defense won him the game last week, but he actually played good football this week, and he got the W. Kyler wasn't no bitch, though.
283, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that's nice.
I think he had over 100 yards rushing, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 106 yards on 11 carries. My boy was responsible for upwards of damn near 400 yards. So he's advertised as well. That's two very highly touted draft picked quarterbacks to come in on teams with lesser expectations than others, and they both 5-3. So
the year Kyler won the Heisman, I think Tua was number 2 in that race.
You're right.
You're right. So you know what I'm saying? The boys out there, they know each other.
Right.
But at the same time, Tua and Oklahoma and Alabama beat Kyler's team.
Right.
Put them down for the playoffs.
That's true. How you feel about the Dolphins being competitive in that AFC?
Surprising. I remember having a conversation with a Dolphins fan a while ago, and I was surprised and shocked that first and foremost he was a Dolphins fan, and he openly admitted it. So a little shocking to me, and talking shit about him now that they're having a good season. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ate my words, but you know what I'm saying?
The last Dolphins fan I knew, he was a weird ass. Like he was super weird. Like he was like, we had a name for him. He's a dude we work with. We call him Sling Blade. He was super weird though. So I don't know no Dolphins fans, man. That's a strange dynamic right there. Like if you really really know a Dolphins fan, like. But
Dolphins fan to the heart too.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, but listen, you see Tom Brady down in the game like that. It's entertaining. It's fun to watch. You get your hopes up.
Yeah.
You get all revved up for a W, and then he comes back and does something crazy.
He still has 2 more quarters to go. So unless that man is hurt, then he still has a chance until the end of the buzzer.
We've seen this in with the stakes a bit higher. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Super Bowl, Atlanta Falcons. He was down 23, if I'm not mistaken.
28-3.
28-3, yeah. So
holla at me when it's fourth quarter with
no time left.
Yeah, with no time left.
When he's taking his jersey off, pause, and he's getting on the bus. Right. Let me know when that's happening.
Oh my goodness, man. So next game we got the Broncos and the Falcons of Atlanta.
ATL shouted.
I'm a little disappointed in this game because I got both of these running backs on my fantasy team, and they both were mediocre. They both gave me nothing today.
Okay.
I don't play them at the same time because that's weird, but I do. If I sit one, the other one seems to perform, and I don't understand that.
What other running back do you have?
Swift from the Lions.
Oh, from the Lions, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's all I got. He's consistently because he catches out of the backfield, so I get points from that on that aspect. But he's not like he doesn't toe the line like everybody else. So we got the Falcons taking another one, 34-27. Shout out to the Falcons for turning it around out there.
This is what, 2 in a row?
Second one in a row. All it took for them was a fire their coach and public humiliation, and here we are.
That's all it be, though. They coach be not calling the right plays or doing what you got to do, and they get somebody in there to open that shit up.
It's 28-0 in that game now. It's a wrap.
Oh, wow.
It's a rapski. Yeah. Cancel Christmas on that one. Yeah. I'm going to still wait out, though. It's still Tom Brady. So.
Yeah. Got 2 quarters of football. He got too many weapons. Some might go left.
Nah, the Saints seem to be beating up on the boys. I wish I had Michael Thomas on my fantasy team real life. But Matt Ryan, 284 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Matt Ryan has been consistent this year. I give him that. Round of applause for my guy there. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Remember, y'all, if you can, share it for us. Let some people see it. That's the only way we can get around. You know what I'm saying? Or you can catch us on YouTube as well. We live on the Caution Mr. 700 YouTube page. Hey. Shout out to everybody listening on the Beast Radio right now.
The Beast Radio.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Falcons seem to have found their stride. Get my English right. Todd Gurley, 19 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Drew Lock rushed for seven carries, 47 yards. Also had 313 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Okay.
Drew Lock seems to be, he may be the one.
Yeah.
Because Elway has failed on a bunch of these picks, but I think he may be the one that he may have gotten right.
Yeah. I think going in I think they especially drafted him. I think they had eyes going into the draft of wanting to get Drew Lock.
Yeah, because they seem determined to get him. You know what I'm saying?
So they knew at some point in time that he was going to work out.
Right.
So for him to be proving it now.
Listen, do you feel like John Elway's inability to draft a quarterback affects his legacy as a GM? Not as a player, but as a GM.
Nah.
Because the best quarterback he's ever brought in there has been Peyton Manning.
And he didn't even win the Super Bowl.
Right, it was based on the defense. But if he doesn't have the ability now, because he's won a Super Bowl, that buys you.
That's going to justify a lot of that shit. So it's hard for me to say because you won the Super Bowl. You can't draft the quarterback, but you've been to the big one and you won
knew which one to pick in order to win it.
Exactly. So you may not pick all right all the time, but at least you got one of the motherfuckers right. And that's really all that matters.
Right.
Whether you drafted him, you still had to pick him because the draft is all just a big pick him.
Yeah.
You had to pick Peyton.
Because who he take? He took the tall guy, the 6'7" guy, the last one. I can't even remember his name. He was washed.
Osweiler, Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, he was trash.
He started out good though. He was playing good football, and then I think once they traded him away, I think they kind of messed with his. Because remember he went to Houston.
was hype.
I think he messed with his psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was good in Denver. Kind of messed with his
But they got rid of him in Denver because he wasn't getting it done though.
I thought he was having some good games out there.
He did initially. Remember, he started off hot, but then like they always do with quarterbacks in the NFL, they figure you out. Like, once they figure you out, bro, you better be who they say you are, or it's not gonna go well. So, Jerry Jeudy, 7 receptions, 125 yards and a touchdown.
Yes, sir. I had young Jerry Jeudy.
Zacchaeus from Atlanta, 4 catches, 103 yards and a touchdown. Boy had a 51-yard touchdown.
Nice.
Yeah, getting to it out here.
I'll take that all day.
High scoring game. The Falcons always score a lot of points. Their defense don't really do a lot of stopping of individuals. So you watching those games for an offensive game, because the Broncos aren't even a really big offensive team like that. I know Jeudy has kind of kicked in here recently, but they don't really score a lot of points like that on the regular. So, let's see, who else did we have here? That was a pretty interesting game. The Bills and the Seahawks. That's a hell of a game. Hell of a game.
That was.
How you feel about Russ right now?
I like Russ. Russ has been a good quarterback since he's been in the league. So I mean, he always has good games. He always has bad games. So one time he just fell flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. He's gonna have one of those.
You can't really be mad at him though, because he really does get it done.
No,
like, he really, really does. And this is probably his most, as far as complete seasons, it seems like he's really, really coming around to it.
With the weapons he has and everything he's got going, you know what I'm saying? He's doing, I mean, you're going to have a bad game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at least he's doing it now. If this is going to be his bad game, you get it out in the regular season and not in the playoffs, because he's going to get to the playoffs and playing damn good football.
Let me see here, man.
So speaking of Russ, how do you feel about him and who do you think the MVP is?
Right now?
So far in this league.
Oh.
Because I think I got a good answer for you.
I'm gonna go. I mean, if it's just based on where we are right now, I'm gonna go with Russ.
Russ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who you got?
How do you feel about this though? We see two wild ass answers I got is Dak Prescott, the MVP, because look where the Cowboys are at now. If we just think about it, how important is a player? How valuable is a player to a team? And you got to think
on the player.
Dak
quarterback
Prescott
is the most important player.
Exactly. So. And they are trash dumpster juice without Dak. Even when they had him, they was at least competitive. Their defense was just garbage.
Yeah.
So think about it. Without Dak, they went to scoring no touchdowns in the last 3-4 games. And like, I don't know. I just feel like he should be the MVP, like, because that motherfucker was at least keeping them competitive. And my other one is...
Yeah, that's a super wild pick.
And I'm going to say my other one is Tom Brady.
You meant that.
Because look at what he's doing in Tampa Bay.
That's a legitimate pick, though.
Look what he's doing in Tampa Bay. And without Tom Brady, what would they be doing? Antonio Brown wouldn't be there. They'd be
the Patriots.
They'd be, exactly.
It's tough because that team has a lot of offensive weapons, but they probably wouldn't have all of them without Brady being there. Because he's kind of the reason why.
Exactly.
Gronk is there. He's the reason why Antonio Brown is there. So that makes sense.
And then think about this, though. How important is Tom to New England? Look at where they are right now.
Yeah, that's the most glaring deficiency there. And I know it's, for a lack of players. You know what I mean?
It's the same fucking team that Tom had. And he had this team in at least a wild card last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So, and they was at least winning some games.
Right. So the Buffalo Bills win 44-34. The 7-2 Buffalo Bills against the 6-2 Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, Jared Allen, 415 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Clean game is what you call that. Russell Wilson, 2 interceptions. Again, the interceptions is killing him the past 2 weeks. He's been a lot of turnovers. 390 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is that a matter of him having to do too much? Or is that just forcing? Because they don't they running backs have decent games, but they don't have a bell cow out there to really, they don't have that.
Because Russ likes to, he's never really, beside him having Marshawn Lynch, he doesn't really use the running backs. He likes to drop back, run around, scramble a little bit, and chunk that bitch.
Right.
That's what he does. So, I mean, for him to still have 390 yards, I mean, it's a Russell Wilson game. Yeah, he just threw it away 2 times.
They was out here getting to it, though. Shout out to them for that game. You get 44 points up against that Seattle defense. You're doing pretty.
Exactly.
Doing something nice with, Adams and all them over there. So. Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got here? Oh, the Bears and the Titans.
The Chicago Bears.
Yeah, man. Right now, the Bears are pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent. But the Titans are. I mean, I don't think it's a doubt in my mind that they were the better team in this situation. I mean, they're a much more complete team. But
yeah,
Nick Foles 335 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Tennessee's defense, seems to have done the job there. So that's not.
But I mean, you got to think Nick Foles 335 yards. He was playing from behind the whole time, so he had to chunk that motherfucker around. As Tannehill was just, once they got up pretty big, it's just handed off to Derrick Henry. Right. You see, he had what?
21 carries, 68 yards. He had a pretty modest game, long of 26. So
exactly. So
relatively, regular day at the office for him. But I will give it to them. They AJ Brown, I got him on my fantasy team. So that 4 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown did me some good.
Okay.
Nothing on the other side for Chicago. Robinson, 7 catches, 81 yards. So not really much there to even brag to your mom about.
So Chicago, are they a hype? Are they playoff contenders?
Because of the division that they're in, it's gonna be a tough climb.
Okay.
So I don't want to give them too much right now, especially at 5-4. I feel like they peaked early. So 5-4 for them right now, with even with the Lions looking the way they look, and then Green Bay, of course, doing what they're doing. The Vikings even won today, which is another one we'll get to. So it's just a matter of how these next couple of games is going to be real big, because they can either lose a grasp of it and end up, not even being competitive enough to make it anywhere. So
True.
17 points, though. You're not really winning a lot of games in the NFL with 17 points unless your defense is smoldering. But,
very true.
Not really the case with them that game. So shout out to Tennessee winning another game. The Colts and the Baltimore Ravens.
I watched this game earlier.
It's your boy out there. How'd he look?
He was there. I mean, is that what you're talking about, Des Bryant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wasn't in on a lot of plays. I mean, he didn't get no reception.
I had a feeling they wasn't going to include him much, but they can.
You got to think Lamar don't really throw the ball a lot anyway.
All right, 23 attempts, 19 of 23, 170 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Phillip Rivers 227, no touchdowns, interception. He don't got to do nothing, man. Like, that team does not run on the fact if he has a good game or not. He just needs to be steady. Like, that's all he needs to be. That the defense pretty much does everything else. Lamar Jackson led the team in carries, 13 carries, 58 yards. So, that boy does it all. The coach took a day off, apparently, it looks like. But Baltimore can use Dez if he's going to be effective. They can use him because that receiving core ain't really.
Willie Snead.
Hollywood Brown.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Only consistent one you got is your tight end, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he didn't even.
But like I said, Lamar don't throw it a lot anyway. And the fact that his accuracy level is not on the Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, but he'll get it there. I think he's more effective on like bombs when he's chunking it over. I mean, you just got to throw it over a motherfucker's head. So, I mean, we'll see him in the playoffs, but will they fizz out in the playoffs? That's my whole thing.
Right.
Because Lamar is awesome in the regular season.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is a different type of year. Maybe it's a year where he's pacing himself for the playoffs. Maybe he's doing what James Harden was doing.
Is that what you believe?
No.
Okay.
I feel like the NFL, listen, to be an NFL quarterback and to be successful as an NFL quarterback, the intangibles that it takes to win a Super Bowl and be consistently in the playoffs, we have seen what type of players does that. And this isn't a racial thing. It isn't a discriminatory thing at all. But you look at the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Bradys, the Drew Breeses, the Aaron Rodgers. They play a different style of game, but they're able to control the game through the offense and, like I said earlier, time of possession, accuracy on tough downs and things like that. Like those are the type of players that consistently win, and you got to become that. That's my biggest thing with Cam. Like Cam has never really became that. Like always a specimen as far as physical and all of that, and able to do anything that anybody on the field can do. But like when it comes down to the intangibles of a quarterback, like do you really have it?
Exactly. On the 3rd and 5 plays, and you got to get that first down, or the 3rd and 7s. You know what I'm saying? The 3rd and longs. Can you get that ball to the first down without running? Can you drive back and pass? Can you throw the deep ball? Yeah, can you throw the hitches and can you throw the curls, or can you get that done? Can you get it out there quick? Can
like,
you make up on the run?
Are you able to get it out in 2 seconds? Like, you know what I'm saying? Which a lot of them are. I just, when I see stuff like this, it always makes me wonder when people ask about quarterbacks, and if Lamar Jackson will ever win it. You look at Pat Mahomes, and look at what he's been able to do, and not because he's just an athletic specimen out there. No, because he figured out, like, I have to have a certain level of accuracy. I have to be able to get, but again, like we talked about last week, you also have to have the right coach to be able to get you where you need to be, which I feel like he does.
I like John Harbaugh. I think he's working out there with him. It's just he got to get, because even when he was at Louisville, he wasn't really the most accurate passer, but he was getting the job done, and it was college. So I mean, it's a whole different ball game now. Everybody's good on the field,
right? And
as opposed just to a few.
Yeah, and then again, on that team, we are talking about limited options at wide receiver. Hence the fact that we're talking about Dez Bryant playing in anybody's game. So if you go out here scouting and bringing Dez up, you desperately need some help.
I'm not gonna lie though, I follow Dez on Instagram, and he has been putting in that work. If you haven't been paying attention, I'm saying he's been posting his workout videos. He was working out with Dak. He was working out with Patty Mahomes. Like the boy was trying to come back. So for him to make it from this to where he was at, remember he came once he got cut from the Cowboys. He signed with the Saints, and that first practice tore his ACL.
Tore his Achilles.
Yeah, no, it was Achilles. My bad. So
that's the biggest. That's my biggest concern is like, as a receiver, where everything's based off explosiveness and that first step. If you don't have that no more because of an Achilles, like how do you still remain effective?
Yeah,
like
I mean, just watching his videos, he comes off the line, like, you know what I'm saying. He's still doing his thing. He look like good old Dez. I mean, he ain't never been the fastest receiver. He's been more of a possession over the top receiver. Let me catch these touchdowns over him. So, but I mean, the couple players I seen him in on running his routes, he looked good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to see him out there. I was a Dez Bryant fan.
True. All right, so next game on the docket, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Speaking of Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, good old Patty.
Listen to this stat line. 372, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Yes, sir.
QBR
like
82.
A former MVP.
Teddy Bridgewater, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Good game for him as well.
My boy Teddy.
The Panthers just can't seem to, listen, man, they can't seem to get it together. They had McCaffrey back today, though. 18 carries. 69 yards and a touchdown there.
Of course.
Let's see. Did he have 10 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown there? So he's still himself.
He's back to being.
What he said? He's still him.
Christian McCaffrey.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
he didn't come back slacking at all. So,
exactly.
Shout out to Curtis Samuels, 9 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 10 catches, 159 yards.
Kelsey's a
Tyreek Hill, 9
motherfucker.
catches, 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. I have Tyreek Hill on my fantasy team as well. So that just lets you know how many. I got Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, A.J. Brown. Like, my receiver core is crazy. I got Mike Williams on the bench. I had Robbie Anderson on my bench, who was leading the league in receiving yards. So, listen, bro, keep doing what y'all doing, baby. I just needed us to get back competitive. But
let me ask you something. Travis Kelce or George Kittle? Healthy George Kittle.
Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they essentially do the same fucking thing. You can't go wrong with both of them.
I would probably say just because of the quarterback that Travis Kelce has, I know he's going to get it done. Like, I know he's going to get it done because the ball's always going to come. Like, they get the ball to whoever
What'd you
needs
say
it.
He had 10 catches, for 100-something yards?
110 catches, 159 yards. So he was thrown to the most out of anybody on that team today. You know what I'm saying? Same for Kettle, though. Just a different, like you say, just a different system and different quarterback.
Exactly. It's the only thing that's different. But he still gets the same numbers damn near as Travis Kelce gets. So,
I mean, they broke the damn the receiving record for a tight end back to back. Like, First, it was Kelsey, then Kittle came right behind him and did it too. So they play at the same pace. It ain't like you're getting too much of a difference. I would only say the difference in the two is Kittle might be a better blocker than Kelsey. That would probably be the only difference. I was
just gonna say both of them block damn good. I mean, because they always talking about Kelsey's blocking.
That's true.
But they use him more in the pass game.
Yeah, he's more of
as opposed to because they don't really use their running backs in Kansas City like they do in San Fran.
Not at all.
Kittle's more of a blocking tight end.
Right.
But I ain't gonna get to Travis. He gets the job done. He blocks too when he has to.
They got 5 receivers with at least 3 catches. So they definitely distributing the ball around Kansas City. Like he's gonna get the ball to everybody.
Exactly.
So you always gonna have opportunities there if you are a receiver like Hill, like Kelsey, like McCole Hardeman. You always gonna have the opportunities. I see Robbie Anderson on the other side with 9 catches for 63 yards.
Yeah.
So pretty consistent there for him as well. He's having a pretty good year. I've had him on my fantasy team 2 years in a row, so I felt the need to trade him this year. I was like, you gotta go, bro. Yeah. Like why are we connected like this?
Go up to Kansas City's run game. Do I see how many carries is this? There's a
Edwards-Helaire 5 carries for 14 yards. Let's see.
Tyreek Hill with 1 carry.
Yeah, that's it. They wasn't
Le'Veon with 4 and Patty with 2. Like they didn't have a run game at all.
As a team, they were 12 carries for 30 yards.
Wow. See what I'm saying? They don't use the run game at all.
No, it's not necessary for them. Not the way that they play because their running backs catch out of the backfield. So it's not really necessary for them.
That's why it didn't make sense for them to pick up Le'Veon, but at the same time, forgot Le'Veon is also a baby slot receiver.
It's an insurance policy in a sense. You know what I mean? Like it keeps you, just in case you need a running back, you keep him in the system and keep him educated on what y'all do just in case you may. Because they lost a running back, didn't they? Didn't they lose a running back earlier in the season through an injury? So
I thought Helaire been running the whole season.
Yeah, but it was what's the other guy's name? I can't think of his name.
The other cat.
He ain't important enough, so I guess they were just filling the spot, and Le'Veon became. But how do you turn down Le'Veon Bell?
True.
You know what I'm saying? How do you not kick the tires on that one? So,
exactly.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Speaking of which, a divisional game. We got the Vikings and the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I heard Dalvin Cook had another game, another football game.
That boy is coming into something that I wasn't expecting. 22 carries, 206 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So,
22 carries, 206 yards.
Kirk Cousins with a solid game. 13 carries, not 13 carries. 13 to 20 for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. So
yeah, that was a pretty good game. QBR, what's that say? 83.6?
83.6.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, sacked twice.
I thought he was out for COVID, or was that just that 1 week?
Who, Stafford?
Stafford, yeah. Or did he serve 2? Was it on bye? Were they on bye?
I think he was just a high risk at that point in time, so they just kind of kept him. He went on it, and I think they brought him back off of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is what it is. Another one of those type of COVID situations.
What is the Vikings record?
The Vikings are currently 3-5.
Okay.
3-5. They both 3-5 actually. So worked out perfectly.
They're not really a threat. Then I don't see them as no competition, and they respect the divisions.
All they got to do is keep winning division games, though.
Yeah.
So that's really what it boils down to. Like, just continue to win division games, and that'll kind of balance it all out for you. Because if it becomes close, at a certain point in time, then you can always count on the division game. Interesting thing that came back. The McRib is back at McDonald's nationwide for the first time since 2012.
The McRib. Are you a McRib eater?
I used to be.
Used to be?
I had my time with it.
Okay.
I'm very selective with the things I'll purchase from McDonald's if I do eat there.
But the McRib is one of them.
It was at a time.
It was.
Like I delve into it. I wouldn't oppose because I was always a big fan of those cafeteria rib sandwiches, and it was very it was very similar to that. You see what I'm saying? Like they had a similar vibe to it. So exactly I wasn't really mad at it if that was gonna be the case.
I fuck with the McRib.
Yeah, man. I'm not one of those bougie
no onions
eaters
on my shit though.
Nah, you gotta
Pickles,
take on take that shit off of there.
But you got to eat that shit, though, at the house, sitting down with 50 napkins. Because if not, you coming up saucy. Everything I love. Hands, shirt, face, beard, like me. You have sauce everywhere. Try McRib by yourself with no wet naps if you want to.
Right.
In the car, on break.
Right.
Saucy. Remember that.
Saucy.
Saucy.
Okay, so listen, another interesting thing to have it here. My boy Drizzy Drake breaks another Billboard record that he previously held with Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder. So shout out to Drake.
Am I surprised?
No, he's done it so many times.
And by the people that, what did you say, Stevie Wonder and who?
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, that was bound. Somebody was bound to break that record.
Right. Jimmy Garoppolo in the process of gathering multiple opinions on ankle before surgery. Listen, it don't matter, Jimmy. Don't try to come back this year, bro. Like, it's not necessary.
And do you think they need to trade him? How do you feel about Jimmy G? You think the time has run out on Jimmy G, or they need to give it another chance?
I think you need to give it. Not to give it another chance, but I think you need to find another option. I don't know.
Just got him to the Super Bowl though last year or the year before that. Last year, and had him up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
mind you that they were up until the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's always hurt now. Like that's the rhetoric with him. Now if he's healthy and he can continue that, but even think about the games he played this year.
How do you predict the nigga's injuries though?
Think about how he played this year before injury. So
how did we know he was already injured in the process already playing hurt?
He got to say something
because he came back. This is what they hold back though. They wait till the season's over. Jimmy G's been playing on a dislocated neck for like the last 6 games. They'll say some wild shit like that. Like, oh, okay,
that should be fake. I think the niggas be lying.
Excuses.
Right now, all of a sudden you mulling over surgery. Either you hurt or you not because they already said you wasn't coming back for the.
Now you out here playing with a fake arm.
Right,
like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, got prosthetic legs.
Yeah, I'm out here running with no calves.
Jets GM. Says Adam Gase and Sam Darnold are still the future of the 0-8 Jets. How you feel about that?
I like Sam Darnold though. I was listening to Keyshawn and them. I think Keyshawn is just biased because Sam Darnold's a USC guy, and of course Keyshawn Johnson is a USC legend. So, but Sam Darnold is good. It's just he came to the Jets in a trash time.
Yeah,
it's just like a couple years ago. Whoever the Browns drafted a quarterback, you were destined to have a shitty.
You're going there to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Going there to die.
So I think, if they don't turn around, but they got a whole new.
Right, those individuals didn't pick him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But he showed that he can play football. So I feel like maybe give Sammy a chance and let's trade him. Like they say, Justin? What's the boy name? Clemson quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. They're supposed to be tanking for him, or what do you do if they're going to initially get that number 1 pick? Do you take Trevor Lawrence? You give him? You're going to put him in the same situation you put Sam Darnold in, though.
Yeah, essentially.
If you don't go get no line, then...
But that's the thing, though. Like, you can't have both. You're not going to be able to take another quarterback and build your offensive line unless you're doing it.
So do you go for Trevor Lawrence and trade to get offensive line help, or do you just do something with that for number 1 pick, trade that, get offensive line help?
Yeah.
Because the defense is trash too, let's be honest.
Yeah, they trash all around.
Yeah, so
like I said, you got to be this is where you get paid. You get paid for this type of shit.
Yeah. So now I like the Jets. I used to.
So we got a little interesting sound here as well. Okay. Adrian Browner. It's titled Adrian Browner, Where's the Money? Let's see what this sound is. Hold on. I would like to know. Because if I think it's what it is, he was just recently in court and I think they caught the boy flashing on social media. But let's see if this is what I think it is, because I really want to know. Let's see. Hold on.
But that's all I did have on me. I don't have them. I got rich friends. I do. I got rich friends. I got wealthy friends that take care of me.
Where's all the money coming from that you're flashing around?
I got rich friends that take care of me.
It's getting sent to me. I don't have it.
Who's sending you money?
My friends.
They're sending you. Why would they send you money?
Because I asked if I need to pay. Listen, I got a big heart. I got a big heart. And when I did have money and if everybody asked me for money, I gave it to them. And now that they see me that I need help,
I'm getting it back.
So tell us, who's sending you money?
My friends. I can ask
my friends.
I can ask Steven Espinosa. I ask anybody.
How are they sending you?
So listen, my man was in court, you know what I'm saying? The judge, when I was watching that, right, the judge was essentially telling him like, okay, well, you're going to have to prove, how or where this money is going or coming from, but I'm not letting you out of jail until you do.
Damn.
And so I don't know what's going on with my boy. He, apparently he's doing real bad right now. So hopefully he gets it figured out. He's trying to get some fights going, but you know what that's about. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get some money to get out of
You know
that
what that's about. You know what I'm saying? So another interesting sound here, and I like the title of it. It's titled Trump Lil Pimp. So
oh shit.
Just before, I just want to hear it.
And speaking of sound, music, and other things, one of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
There we go.
Oh God.
Bombs.
There he is.
There he is.
How's it going? You want to come up and say something? Come on.
My boy Lil Pimp.
Oh my gosh.
The one thing we need to do, and I think we can collectively agree on this, is get Lil Pump out of here.
What?
Get him out of here.
It's a whole nother world in this rap game that I don't know about, and Lil Pump is part of it.
Yeah, he's a huge part of it.
And I don't know anything. I mean, I heard a couple songs, but not nothing that grabbed me. I honestly didn't know he was still rapping and effective. You know what I'm saying, out there, but apparently he's at Trump rallies.
Yeah, it's wild.
Getting on stage with old Donnie.
It's wild, bro.
It's
wild.
And when they said Lil Pimp, I was like, Lil Pimp, who the hell is that? And that is Lil Pump. Like, wow. But I mean,
he don't even know who it is he's bringing on stage with him. He's just, if somebody supports me, bring him up here.
Oh, and he's famous?
God, the Buccaneers still ain't scored, bro. It's 31-0.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Chalk this L up. See him in the playoffs.
Texans, Jaguars, the 2-6 Texans against the 1-7 Jaguars. Y'all could have whatever happened in this game. Jake Luton, 304 yards and a touchdown for Jacksonville. James Robinson, 25 carries, 99 yards and a touchdown, and DJ Chark, 7 catches for 146 yards and a touchdown. So that's one of those games where if you want to see the highlights to that, just stay up late on ESPN or go to NFL Network. I ain't got time to go into
those are the highlights you're gonna fall asleep on.
Yeah, I ain't got
shout out to the Jaguars fans though, and shout out to the Texans fans.
Shout out to, I do want a black Jaguars. I would like a black Jaguars jersey for anybody out there that's buying and sending them. I'll give you my address if you're interested.
A black Jaguars jersey.
Yeah, I want that black one. Let's see, we had the Packers and those same 49ers.
All the jerseys you asked for, a black Jaguars jersey?
No, it was so random too. I don't know what made me want one of those, but I do. Like, go the next time you get a chance, go look at the black Jaguars. I love that. Like, I need it. I just want it. I don't know why, and I don't see very many people walking around with one.
No, let's be real clear. You don't see very many people. You don't see nobody
not a soul
in the damn Jaguars. Let's be clear about one thing.
It's only for fashion. Trust me. The Packers beat the Niners, the depleted Niners. The COVID has ravaged that team.
No Garoppolo injury, no Kittle injury, no running back still injury. Half the team's COVID. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers is bad.
And the Packers came out and took advantage of it. So that's what you do to a bad team, though. Like, that's what you do. It's not anything that you can do when you're missing so many people. So I'm not really concerned about that win. It's good for the Packers though to keep that lead on the division that they're doing.
Because you're supposed to beat up the teams that you're supposed to beat up on.
Sorry.
And right now the 49ers kick them while they down.
Beat the shit out of them.
Because I mean, if they would have been healthy, they probably would have been in force right now. So kick them while they down.
That's the truth.
Fuck them.
And then we got the Monday night game, which is going to be
a snooze fest.
Oh my God, killer Cam Newton out there.
The 2-5 Patriots. It's the 0-8 Jets. Fuck out of here.
Who'd have thought it would come to this, boy?
Man, that's why I say Tom's the MVP. Because apparently he's still affecting two teams.
Man, for real. The fate of two. Sorry for y'all out there.
So Dak Prescott and Tom Brady's my 1 and 2 MVPs.
And just a quick update on the game. It's still 31-0. It's at half, I'm assuming. A lot of strange things in college football. We ain't got time to get into all of it. Just a few of the random happenings. Alabama held strong as usual.
Ranked number 1, Alabama.
Notre Dame with the upset over Clemson. You know, those type of things cracking up. So if you get
Clemson didn't drop out of the playoffs though. They dropped to number 4.
No, they just moved.
Of course
they
did.
4.
Especially in this year. I mean,
BYU still 8-0, holding strong.
You got to think though, Clemson didn't have Trevor Lawrence though due to COVID.
That's true.
So,
that's true. So
I
that's
still
why it's
see
gonna keep him
exactly keeping them before. So when he comes back, though, I still see them winning it all though this year.
The quarterback they had taking his place is pretty dope too. So.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he kept him in the game.
Shout out to the boy, what is it, Tulia Tagovailoa, Tulia's little brother. Shout out to that.
Showed his ass.
Second game in a row. My man has had 8 touchdowns and over 700 yards passing in 2 games. So shout out to him, man.
And Maryland. I love their jerseys.
I know he went. Yeah,
I love their jerseys. And
I know
helmets.
he went out there because there's a former Alabama coach who's the coach of that team. So that's why he's out there because his family trust. Yeah, his family has a lot of trust in that man. So
I forgot his name.
Yeah, he's out there. He's out there showing that's not just something that's a flash in the pan, as they say. That family is producing quality quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So
what came to play.
With him and his brother playing at a high level right now, you can't be mad at that man. So
not at all.
Shout out to everybody watching, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. The usual suspects. Y'all know what to expect from us. Be expecting the usual. This will be up again here tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I can get it over to my guy as soon as we get done. I know we on a little late. Also on at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time in the morning if you miss it tonight.
The Beef Radio.
Right. Anything else?
That's it.
Episode of DFW Top 10 videos coming soon. We shot and filmed that. If you missed it, don't miss that when it drops.
Shout out to my boy Rod T.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to
all 3 of us jumped in there, did our thing. Top 10 videos of the Metroplex.
Shout out to Iconic Productions. Shout out to them for looking out for us and accommodating that for us.
Definitely.
I think that's it, man. Y'all have a good one.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.